I want to talk about Tourette's syndrome and obsessive compulsive disorder. If you deal with this, I have just some suggestions and possible solutions and possibly a cure. I stutter when I talk about it because I've suffered from this my entire life, and I've found some amazing things that have helped me tremendously eliminate them by 80%. If you have vocal tics, facial tics, maybe you twitch your nose or you blink your eyes, you do weird flexes in your head, or you like go like this, or you might have vocal tics, like where you yell, or just weird things. You can flex your stomach, and if you don't do it, if somebody who doesn't have this problem, they're like, why don't you just stop? What is wrong with you? Well, when you have it, the people who have it, and I know firsthand, it's an energy that builds up, and you have to do something weird to release that cyclical energy that builds up, release, builds up, release, builds up, releases. So it's like a feeling that you have to solve, and it's like crossed wires inside of the brain and the neural pathways. And if you study neuroscience, neurons that wire together, there could be micro traumas. Same thing as like maybe some dyslexia. You might have phobias, fears, traumas, anything. And so loose energy. My buddy Rob, he's a NLP certified master hypnotherapist, and he said something to me that changed the game for me. I said, Rob, I twitch, I blink my eyes, I have all these twitches. How do I get rid of them? He goes, oh, that's just loose energy in your consciousness, and it's floating around in your body, and it's not grounded. Now, I don't know what it is for women. It might be trapped energy that is trying to blossom into femininity and feel that you are love, and not that either you have a loss of love, but that you generate love. It emanates from you. You are love. You are love, right? But for a man, it might be lack of emptiness, that there's this loose energy in the consciousness that's bouncing around and has nowhere to go, so it keeps manifesting into a twitch. So if you take a breath and you can actually consciously, what's called neuro-editing, you can rewire brand new neural pathways in the brain. So let's see the twitch comes up, and it's a shoulder twitch. Excuse me, I'm working like 80 hours a week right now, and I gotta get this video up. Next time the twitch comes, you're like, oh, I can't stop it, and you gotta twitch. Take a breath, relax, and massage that knot in your consciousness where the twitch is at, the pathology that's now become a neurosis, right? And I want you to take that energy and channel it and redirect that energy out of your body, down and out of your foot, and dissipate it into the earth. So you're setting an anchor, and you're setting a ground, just like electricity or car audio. Like you screw it into the ground, so when the pulse comes up here, it just goes out through the ground, right? And then that's one way to actually get rid of the physical manifestation of the vocal tic, the words coming out, or the blinking, whatever it is. I had this really bad when I was a kid. Everybody knew me as, my nickname was Blinky, because I had it so bad. A weird thing is, I've asked people who watch my videos. I have more than 3 YouTube channels, but I have my landscaping channel called Keith Kalfas, my window cleaning blueprint YouTube channel, which I just hit 70,000 subscribers on that channel, 9,000 on the other channel. This channel just hit 3,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I have some other channels. I don't even want to get into it. And I'm hitting like 1.3, 1.4 million views a month online. And I've asked people, and they say, no, I don't know. I've never seen you do any of that stuff on the videos. So it must be for me that I love doing this so much. And I'm talking about you here. But I love doing this so much that when I do it, I feel conscious and connected, and I love it. So therefore, there's not a resistance happening that helps create an environment for the tic to happen, right? So What is it for you? What type of resistances or traumas are going on, or something that's blocked energy, or energy that's not being grounded properly that is arcing? Imagine a circuit board. There's something wrong with the circuits and it's sparking and arcing. And so it's bouncing around in the body and manifesting in some type of twitch that's making you look weird, right? You know, I don't claim to be I'm not no doctor. I don't know this stuff, but I do study consciousness. I really like Leo from actualized.org. Guy's really, really smart. Check out his YouTube channel. So I know one thing. If you can get yourself into an alpha state, a very calm, meditative state, where you're very calm and you're very conscious. Did I make you yawn? Let me know in the comments below. When the energy comes up and it wants to tick, reroute it. It takes time to massage out the pathology and get energy flowing through it again. And send it out through your foot. And now ground that energy into the earth so it's not visible. And then as you're doing that, every time it pulses up, instead of being a physical tick, it goes and it shoots out of your foot into the earth. I did this thing where Rob had me do this NLP exercise where I went, and then I would send the energy through my feet. This is how I would ground myself. Mentally, consciously, subconsciously. And then I would, whatever was left in my foot on the ground, I'd put it out like a cigarette butt. I'd imagine like getting rid of that little bit, a last of loose energy, that anything that was the antithesis of consciousness. So maybe you drink too much coffee. Maybe you're addicted to a substance or something. So getting yourself off of coffee or smoking weed or anything that could help, that keeps you habitually stuck in unconsciousness. So maybe you can go be a vegetarian for 3 months. Maybe you can do a fast and stop eating meat, or stop eating altogether and just drink like water, right? Maybe you get up every morning at 5 a.m. and you do a jog around the block to show that you are the master and the controller, that you put those parts of yourself into submission and you kill them off. They could be pathologies, they could be micro traumas, they could be actual demons, like real interdimensional entities that are hooking onto you, like a succubus or an incubus, whatever they're called, and they could be feeding off of you like pigs in the parlor, right? They could be karmic debts or weird things, like just I don't know. I'm just saying it could be anything, but whatever is causing this, I really believe that you can solve it through being fully present and fully conscious and studying consciousness. I'm living proof of this because I've dissolved it in myself by over 80%. And you know, it's funny, I asked my wife before, I was like, why, how could you like fall in love with me? I was like, when you met me, like, I never had a problem with attracting females, right? And my wife she's a good looking chick, right? We just fit like a glove, dude. It's weird. I'm weird, dude. I'm a weird person. She's weird. Like, we both have like this artistic weird, like I know I'm going off the track here, but what I'm getting at is, like, I asked my wife, how do you like love me for me when I'm like blinking and twitching and shit? And it was amazing because she like didn't even see that. So that's another thing, love. If you feel loved unconditionally, love is a very high vibration. If you read Dr. David R. Hawkins' Power versus Force, and peace and harmony are so high up there that you can actually use things to get rid of the unconsciousness and wash out and clean off the low vibrations. I feel like when I do things like this with my hands, I don't claim to be any type of like shaman or yogi person or Reiki or any of that stuff. But I can feel there's a, sometimes I can tap in and do this type of energy work. Like I'll be on the phone with somebody, I do coaching, and when I talk to them, I can like dial in to the etheric field to where they're at, and I can feel like the attachments. They're like strings. This is almost like pranic type stuff. I'm not saying I'm a pranic dude, but I can feel what's going on. And I believe in the future, what I'm starting to tap into, this people can be getting healed, like, but not like in a weird way. I'm talking about just real science, real neuroscience, real psychology. Like you could like you can literally reach in behind someone's subconscious if you can get them in a specific state where you're connected telepathically, and you can reach in and grab and pull out that. Wait. I got it. I got the thing in your consciousness right now. I'm pulling it out. Wait. It's like a string. Whoa, do you feel that? Do you feel that? Whoa, dude. Whoa. Oh, there's still some in there, bro. Wait a second. Wait. Stay with me. Stay with me. Ooh, I got it. Maybe that's my mental illness. I want to tell you one more story. You're like, this dude's nuts. This is real, bro. Or at least it felt real. So I do landscaping and window cleaning, and I'm giving this customer a quote a few years ago. And I was meditating a lot, and I was like really conscious. And this lady is on her back patio, and we're talking about like removing some trees and doing some landscaping, and there's, for some reason, her yard was like, her back fence on the other side was some city sidewalk, and then a main road with cars going by back over there. I don't know what happened, but she got kind of like locked up and weird when we were talking about like something about the cars and the traffic and the privacy and the sound of the landscaping, and she got all weirded out, and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh, nothing. And she started like closing down and locking up. Now, I'd never ever say stuff like this to my clients. I'd just be real kosher and professional. And she's like, well, I got in a car accident several years ago. And then she locked down, and I could tell she had like developed a psychosis around that, where she was terrified of like things, and she was locked, like trapped because of this car accident. And in that moment, I felt this calling. It was some Tony Robbins type stuff, dude. I like started talking to her in a very present, hypnotic way. And I said, open your hand. And there was like the car accident, and we shrunk it down into this. I said, oh my God. Like, I went through this whole process with her on this lady's back porch. Didn't even know her, bro. And literally, she had her hand open. I was like, oh my God, can you see it? It's like literally dripping off your fingers, and it's dissipating into nothing. Oh my God, it's almost gone. Can you see it? I'm like, hold your hand out. Like, oh my God, there's a little bit left. Wait. Go. And blow. And she goes like this. She goes on her hand. I was like, oh my God, there's the last little tiny bit. It's like dust now. Oh, it just disintegrated. It's gone. I said, wait. And before she could snap into it, I go, do you hear the traffic over there? She goes, yeah, I can hear you see the cars? Because she said she had like felt anxious when she went out because of the cars, right? I was like, oh my God. whenever you hear the cars, dun, 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 now you feel a sense of deep peace and love and connectedness. And it's gone. Like, and the lady, goosebumps went all the way up her arm, and she goes, "Oh my God!" And this lady was like freaked out, but in an amazing transformational way. And I was in it with her, right? And she goes, "Oh my God!" It literally reached inside and healed her partially in that moment. It was incredible, bro. Like, it was like this thing came over me, and I felt it was the right moment to help this lady. So she's having like this super positive freak out, and then her husband comes home, and he goes, "Hey, what's going on?" She goes, "Honey, this guy, he's awesome. Come inside, come inside, come inside." And I'm like, "Oh." I go inside, and now I'm standing there in front of this lady and her husband in their kitchen. I'm like, what did I just get myself into? And she's like, "Just tell him what you did. It was awesome, honey. He just remember my car accident in the he just did this thing, and it was like, and now I feel better, and it's gone." And I'm sitting there like, I'm like, I'm like, "Oh," and then I covered my tracks real quick. I was like, "Oh, no, I was telling her, do you know who Tony Robbins is? Like the guru guy?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, Tony Robbins." I was like, "No, I'm just a landscaper guy." Like, I had to frame it real quick. "I'm a landscaper guy. I came here to give you guys a quote, remember?" And then we were talking about Tony Robbins, and I did it so slickly. I was like, because I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a landscaper, bro. This is a crazy video. I love this stuff, right? So I was like, "No, the Tony Robbins, he made this documentary called I'm Not Your Guru," and like he healed this couple's relationship. Like, they were married and they were about to get divorced, and then all of a sudden, like, he was able to like heal it, and I like diverted, and then the husband goes, "Oh my God, yeah." I said, "Because I went through stuff with my wife, right? My wife, and like we watched this documentary, and it like we transformed our consciousness." And then they both looked at me in the kitchen. They're like, "Yeah, we were going through a lot of stuff, and we were about to get a divorce, and we tried going on vacations and everything, and nothing could fix it." I was like, "Yeah. Yeah, you guys got it. You got to see this I Am Not Your Guru doc. I got to go. I got to go." And I was like, I bounced. But as I was driving home, I was like, "Don't ever do that ever again." But it was amazing because here's the weirdest thing. So I'm just going to close this loop and tie this off and end this video. Like, I feel like this deep calling to talk about crazy shit like this, and I